Greetings, Lakeshore teammates. This is Gerardo Infante. Everybody calls me Jerry, and I'm your belonging chapter for Lakeshore. And this is the February 2021 video. So everybody has been talking about belonging, and mostly the vision is having a diverse village where everybody belongs. The objectives for February mostly are understanding or listening what the 5 elements of belonging are. And we're going to focus mostly on communication and listening. And at the end, you'll have a dialogue challenge. So what are the 5 elements of belonging? Voice, respect, feeling valued, having a psychological safety, and fairness. This month, we're going to talk about having a voice. Why is it important to have a voice, mostly among teammates, so we can truly be a place where we belong? So mostly having a voice is communication and listening. And we understand that you're going to see on the PowerPoints that I'm going to send that we spend 70 to 80% of our waking hours in listening, that communication. So there's a difference between hearing and listening. What is hearing? Sometimes hearing is accidental, involuntary, or effortless. We hear something, it's just noise in the background. Sometimes we pay attention to it, sometimes we don't. But what is listening? Which is the important part of having a voice. Listening has to be focused, is voluntary, and intentional. So how do you prepare to listen to people that are in that communication with you? You try to, some of the recommendations are remove distractions, focus on that person or that individual. Make sure you have time. How relevant is this interaction is going to be? How important, how much importance are you giving to that individual? Create the best environment. Maybe in our case, the best environment is not on the floor. Maybe it's in the lunchroom. Maybe it's setting a teammate aside for something that is really relevant, and mentally prepare. So be there at all times. And again, you have to be actively listening, seeking understanding. You have to avoid judgment, quiet your internal thoughts, ask clarifying questions, which is very important to avoid any confusion. And that communication, remember, communication is both ways. It is like playing tennis. It goes back and forth, and clarifying questions are an example on how to prevent misunderstandings. And again, don't be too soon to respond. Don't have an answer when somebody's giving you a complaint, when somebody is talking to you. Don't be thinking of the answer before this person gives you the whole information. Also, it's very important to listen empathically. Is meaning put yourself in their shoes. What are they going through? Paraphrase in their words. That's an action of active listening. Meaning, oh, I heard you say this, or did you mean this? And again, that is also clarifying. Avoid leading questions or cornering somebody, and embrace the process. I mean, let your thoughts go through and before trying to respond. And again, there's a saying, do not listen with the intent to reply, but with the intent to understand. And again, that's mostly that proper communication. So again, I don't want to take a lot of time. These videos are going to take between 5 to 7 minutes. Just information of what we are getting from the Mosaic group. And again, at the end of the email, you'll have an opportunity to see some topics that we can share with the other teammates. This month, there's 2 homeroom topics that you can utilize at your huddles, at your homerooms. And the one that is very, very important is a belonging dialogue challenge. It's a challenge that I recommend you to do. in your clinic with your teammates, and why not in your family maybe. I mean, it's good to also, we are promoting belonging. I mean, we belong in our family. Why? Because there are interactions, they're positive interactions, and that's what we want to have in when we're utilizing this idea of belonging, to be part of. We are not outsiders trying to come in and be part of, but we are in, and we are embracing our diversity, our differences. Embrace our differences. That's what makes us effective sometimes. I mean, we need from each other. So again, this belonging dialogue challenge will motivate us to talk, to listen generously, to make connections, and send ripples across our DaVita village. So again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you have an amazing month. And then I will bring you more information for the March. And again, I'm always willing to listen to your opinions or any recommendations that you have. Let's keep this a constant dialogue. Let's hear. I want to hear your voice. It's good to hear our voices. Make yours count. So again, I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month, and keep in touch. So remember, you belong. One for all.